wondered how your computer manages files? Well, let's unravel this mystery. At the heart of it all is a concept known as file system management. It's like the Dewey Decimal System of your computer, organizing and keeping track of every single file. File systems are a method of storing and organizing computer data that makes it easy to manage. They provide structures in which the data is stored, retrieved, and updated. Imagine them as a giant filing cabinet, with drawers and folders, each meticulously labeled and organized. Why is this important? Because without them, finding a particular file would be like finding a needle in a haystack. It's the file system that ensures your computer runs smoothly, quickly retrieving the data you need when you need it. Whether it's a personal laptop or a high-end server, file system management plays an integral role. So, in essence, file system management is a crucial aspect of any computer system, be it your personal laptop or a high-end server. So, how does your computer handle this intricate process of managing files? Well, let's start with the creation of a file. When you create a file, your computer stores it on the disk and assigns it a unique identifier. This identifier is a bit like a fingerprint. It's unique to each file and allows your operating system to know exactly where to find it. Now, how does the computer store these files? It doesn't just throw them all into a big pile. Instead, it organizes them into a structured system known as a file system. This file system is a bit like a tree, with branches that reach out to various directories and subdirectories. These directories are the folders that you see when you open up your computer's File Explorer. And what happens when you want to access a file? Your operating system uses the file's unique identifier to locate it within the file system. It then retrieves the file and opens it up for you to use. It's a bit like a librarian finding a book on the shelves using its unique library code. What about when you want to modify a file? Again, your operating system locates the file using its unique identifier. It then allows you to make changes to the file, saving these changes back to the disk once you're done. And finally, when you delete a file, your operating system removes the file's unique identifier from the file system. This means that the file is no longer accessible. But don't worry, until the space occupied by the file is overwritten by new data, the file can usually be recovered. Throughout all of this, there are various types of file systems that your computer could be using. These include FAT32, NTFS, and X4, among others. Each has its own unique features and benefits, but they all serve the same purpose: to organize and manage your files in a structured and efficient manner. That's a simplified version of how your computer keeps track of all your files and ensures they're easily accessible when needed. What's the deal with mounting and unmounting file systems? Well, let's dive right in. Mounting a file system is akin to opening a book. It's the process that makes the file system accessible to the user or the operating system. In its raw state, a file system is just a collection of bytes. However, when you mount it, these bytes are interpreted according to the file system's structure, turning them into a readable format. Now, unmounting is the opposite. It's like closing that book. It ensures that all pending changes are written to the file system, safeguarding your data from corruption. It's prudent to unmount a file system before you disconnect a removable storage device, like a USB drive, to prevent data loss. So, why are these processes important? Imagine reading a book without opening it or not closing it after use, leaving pages exposed and at risk. That's what mounting and unmounting are for. They protect and make your data accessible. Mounting and unmounting may seem like complex processes, but they're integral to ensuring you can access your files when you need them. Disk management and partitioning are also key aspects of file system management. But what are they exactly? Well, disk management is the process by which your computer's storage is organized, monitored, and manipulated. It's like being the conductor of an orchestra, ensuring each section is in harmony with the rest. Now imagine your hard drive as a giant warehouse. Partitioning is essentially dividing that warehouse into smaller, more manageable rooms, each with its own unique purpose. This could be for different operating systems, file types, or just to keep things tidy. Tools like Fdisk and MKFs come into play here. Fdisk is like your blueprint, assisting in the creation and manipulation of these partitions. Then, MKFs comes in to create the file system within these partitions, readying them for data storage. Think of it as designing and building your own personal storage unit, tailored to your specific needs and preferences. Disk management and partitioning are like the backbone of your computer's storage system, providing structure and organization. Let's quickly recap what we've learned about file system management. We've covered its significance, the process, and specific actions like mounting and unmounting file systems, and disk management and partitioning. With this understanding, you can better appreciate what's happening behind the scenes every time you save, modify, or delete a file on your computer.